Hello everyone, we are creating Grin. Join us as we play Dungeons & Dragons, the 5th edition, around ye old table, throwing dice, those damn dice, telling stories, creating legacies. I'm Eric, your Dungeon Master. With me at ye old table, the reason you guys have clicked on this video and started watching or listening to the show, the Crit Crew. To my left we have...
I'm Bryan. I play Aimon Drevin, the aquatic half-elf bard paladin, since he is merged with Delaeth, so that's been fun. Still hasn't figured out who the old man is in his head, and still needs to try and get that situated.
And I'm Jason, playing Nox, a changeling rogue. I don't think I did much shit that last session.
I'm Katy.
Oh, you did plenty, Ilias.
Hey, I'm getting there. I'm Katy with an IE, playing Ilias Idlewind, a male Irgenasi druid who caused more chaos than help last time.
I'm Maria. I'm playing Rilda Farseeker, who has, regardless of, all the murder going on around her, has been just grinning from ear to ear since the day started.
I'm Ashley. I play Runa, who is a Tabaxi fighter cleric. Sorry. Kind of threw me that what I thought Delaeth. I didn't realize it was a paladin. I was a cleric. Anyways, cleric. Did all the healing thing. And Snowflakes, the Tabaxi ranger. Because I just have multiple personality disorder or something.
And our special guests.
I was just making sure that Ashley was done. I'm sorry. Joining us.
Hold on, I have a third cat.
Joining us once again at ye old table via that scrying spell we talked about in the previous episode, our special guest, the Insight Chicks. Welcome to the table, ladies.
Hello. My name's Emma. I'm playing Twilight Shadowbloom, who sometimes called Trinket, which Uncle Nick has nicknamed her. And she is a halfling necromancer wizard, so has a bag full of random stuff like fingers and toads, and is there to see what havoc she can cause.
And I'm Katy with a Y. I'm playing Uncle, Satyr Bard. And she's not really built for fighting. She is definitely built for buff spoons and healing.
Awesome. Now that we have those pleasantries out of the way, let us dive into this chapter of our tale, which I believe is going to be chapter 38. Yes, I know it is 38. Crit Insight Part 2.
Part 2.
So, last we left off, there was a bunch of things that happened. Our two guests popped in via an oops, we did it again magic spell, and encountered and got to interact with Season 2 Resurrectees. Lo and behold, there was a ominous scream of death or pain in the middle of the night, which caused the banded together characters to rush to the aid of what was a drow female / slime creature that was transforming people into other weird creatures.
Yeah.
After
When
resolving...
the DM has trouble explaining his own shenanigans.
Just watch the last episode, you'll figure it out.
After resolving that, there was something that had taken place with Twilight, as something kind of tingled and twinged as she pulled out a tome or journal or book of sorts, and the book began to communicate with our guests. So we pick up, I believe, with the two of them and everyone else surrounding the book in hand of Uncle as it is communicating and writing back and forth.
So she's just written in Team Sad.
Yes.
In Zorban.
Correct.
And she's just going to stand there expectantly like...
Does it say anything back? Do you need another colour ink?
It takes.
Is it returning?
It takes a moment. At one point you think, well, it's over with, and then something begins to write. It is going to say, come find me.
Why is everything so cryptic? Why can't they just tell it to us straight? Why did you find this? I mean, it was just around.
Can I do an
Insight check. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Insight check. That's a 21 for me.
Are we all doing?
I am. That's a 15 for me.
It bounced out of the hole.
I have a 14.
Okay.
10.
Are you, just to be clear, Twilight, are you trying to keep things on the down low?
I think she is at the moment. I think she knows what, like, she doesn't know everyone very well yet, so she's not trying to kind of spill everything out as such. So I don't know if it might be a deception roll.
Yeah, I think that's what I would do.
Okay, I'm terrible at deceptions. This should be fun. Ooh, 14 minus 1, so yes, 13.
So we have a 14 for Nox, we have 21 for Rilda,
20.
20,
15.
15.
10.
The only one who doesn't pick up on this...
Oh no, wait, Runa got a 12. So Runa is like, yeah.
Okay,
just
so
around.
Runa and Ilias are like totally believing
normal,
you,
yeah.
where the other ones are
At least
giving
trying
you
to make the
that...
fog come back.
You're right.
Oh, okay, if you're gonna give me that look, I mean, I was once, off on an adventure, as we always are, and I went to a tower, a wizard's tower, and it was very grand, and it was actually quite beautiful. This is before we sort of really started to adventure. I hope that's okay, my dear. And I found it with and sort of she's gonna fumble and get out a staff that's, yeah, I see it as quite old, wooden, maybe looks a bit beaten up as well.
How big is it?
Just staff.
Like a stat, like 8 feet? Like fumble, is it like attached to her back?
Let's put it this way,
Pull it out
it's
of the
size
bag.
appropriate to the stature of Twilight.
Yeah, so I'm quite.
So it's a wand for
I'm
everybody
only
else.
2 foot something.
Got ya.
The wand to everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I'm holding a cocktail stick or a drink. But it's huge for me. Yes, and when you see something nice, I guess you just take it with you, don't you? Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Finders
But
keepers.
the staff I've used a lot over the time. That's what I actually used to get us here. Didn't quite work though, did it very well.
Well, I mean, it got me here.
Working out for us pretty
To
good.
come here.
Very true. It got us out of a bit of a sticky situation, and we ended up watching some drug deals that we shouldn't have. So it was good to get us out of that. But yes, I don't really know much else more about it at this time. Maybe that it belongs to some old wizard of some sort.
Is it the first time
Maybe.
it's acted like this? Is it the first time it's acted or done anything different?
Yeah, I'd say the staff can be a bit temperamental, but it's what I use. I'm sort of attuned to it, and it's what I use as my focus to cast magic.
What about the book? Has the book acted differently before, or has it just been pretty mundane until now?
Yeah, I think before it's had just some writing on the first page, but I haven't made any heads or tails of it. I've just sort of looked at it and gone, well, that's not very helpful, is it? I don't really like working riddles and rhymes. I work in facts and dead and death and autopsies, but
A woman that knows herself.
maybe
I like those.
there wouldn't be anything in my history, or I wouldn't know anything in my studies of wizard school about maybe a particular wizard this could be.
You had went down that path probably over the past couple levels or years or things like that, and you've literally came up with nothing to tie it with anybody in the Forgotten Realms.
Okay, so yeah, I guess that's a good point actually. It's when back home in Neverwinter, in the Forgotten Realms, it's not done much, but we're back in more Fae. Well, not Fae, but sort of overspill of Fae, and it's asking for Sylvan.
while this has been happening, could Uncle have just written in the book, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
Just like, if for any reason she gets an answer, she can just be like, "Oh, this is who it is."
there is a reply, and it is Anti, A-N-T-I.
So all this is going on, and you're like, "I don't really know." I'm like, "It's Auntie."
Oh, it's your
Auntie.
auntie. Perfect.
I mean,
You have
I've
several
tried to explain.
wizard
I've
aunties?
tried. I don't think Uncle knows what Uncle is. Uncle's not really entirely sure why people laugh at her name. She grew up in a community. Family wasn't really a concept, so he doesn't really understand it's a stupid name.
So how did you find out it was Auntie?
I asked.
We're talking.
I have to say, Uncle, I sometimes like having you around, but right now in front of you company, I find it quite disturbing.
Well, wait. Ask where they are.
That's a good idea.
They're
We're
asking.
supposed to find them. Where are they at?
Oh, you.
So when you write it in there, it takes a moment, but there will be basically like landmark directions. It starts giving you like, travel to the west, travel in the, I'm all turned around here. The western direction. And it starts, look for the old tree, and it gives all these descriptions. They're very descriptive, so it would be easy to follow, but they're not like, it's not like a GPS essentially. Like,
Is it like of our world? Is it a map of our world, or is it another realm?
the
Can I
description you can because you're from here.
Like a survival, you think?
That
Or
would be what I would use, yes, for sure.
So, Uncle, some people have a thing called an uncle, and some people have a thing called an auntie, and they are usually related by the way of your father's sister or brother. Maybe there's someone there for you. A wife? No.
Possible.
I'm not going to explain it much further because it might take us some time, and maybe we might want to do something else today other than try and explain this to Uncle.
So, the question is, you were doing the survival. I'm assuming you would have, Uncle, you would have potentially either showed the other party members or even read the directions out.
Read it out like really slowly.
Okay. So these,
So everyone's
Flakes
as dumb
pulls
as I am.
out her hand-drawn map. Yep.
so
Could we have
these
taken a short rest in the time? It's taken us?
landmarks do coincide with this place. You would have recognized them or seen them in your travels.
this map that's appearing in the book looks like it's of our realm.
Correct.
So somehow, some way, a wizard had this book in another realm.
Now, the one thing that strikes interesting possibly to everybody, or perhaps just the reader, the people who have the book, is at the very end, search for the tower with the blue roof.
Blue roof. Did your tower have a blue roof? Did my tower have a blue
It
roof?
did.
It did, there we go. I have to say, it was quite a while ago, but I think it was a shade of blue. I mean, I would call it maybe more of a teal or something like that, but if it wants to just say blue, it can say blue.
Uncle will just turn the book to everyone as though it's like obvious, and she'll be like, "It's a blue roof. It says blue."
So,
I can't read
Yeah,
that.
calm down.
Wait a second, hold on.
She thinks it's probably something to do with eyesight, so she's like shoving it in.
It's language I don't know.
Nice.
So I think maybe this staff wanted us to come here. Obviously, we've tried to escape quite hastily, but it's funny how the book has now landed not far, and these lovely people know maybe where we need to go. Is this far? This place?
Is it? Do I know?
It's probably a good solid, or like a hard trek of a day to day and a half on foot.
It's not necessarily far, but it isn't really close. So we definitely want to know what we're getting into before we go. That way, we're not wasting time from saving
Why are we finding this person?
loved ones.
Uncle,
Flakes is just gonna, because the book told
why
us.
should we find you?
Okay.
Are you planning to kill us?
Death? Question mark.
You will get a reply, and the reply will be, yes, you should definitely come find me. No, I will not kill you. All will be revealed once you arrive.
She's like, perfect. It's not going to kill us.
What will, like...
Okay.
I asked and he said he won't kill us. They said they won't kill us. Auntie, female, mate, they.
Good with me.
Well done.
Right.
So, I know we've just met you, lovely people, Team Sad.
That's us.
But would there be any chance that you would like to accompany us to find this wizard? You know, he might have something for all of us. Maybe
Runa's gonna
some
say,
sort of
can you
magic?"
ask about the Prince of Demons? Ask the
Ooh.
book.
That's a good question.
Alright, this is so Chamber of Secrets. Do you know anything about a Prince of Demons?
Okay. There's going to be a reply of yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Open-ended question.
Are you the Prince of Demons?
What do you know about the Prince of Demons?
Can you kill the Prince of Demons?
Or
Can
help.
you kill the Prince of Demons?
There will be no reply to that.
Maybe he's run out of ink. Maybe.
You should use some blood.
Right.
Hang on a minute, I'll get that finger out. So, there's other things maybe they might be able to help us out with. I'm a bit concerned if he wants to move, or they want me to return the staff, because I don't know how to get home, but that's maybe for future Twilight's problem. What do you say, team? Do you fancy going to find them? Maybe you can give us a little hand?
Flakes is like, of course.
I feel like Rilda would be superstitious and say, like, "Oh, there's so many random factors happening. Like, you were put here, you were brought here with us magically. Like, it seems like somebody in the universe is trying to tell us to go to this tower."
Staff wanted back. So.
Well, I mean, also, if this wizard is, you know, the one who had the book and made the staff or something along those lines, maybe they would, and clearly they've been in both realms, they might be able to help you guys get back to your realm.
That would be useful. It would be nice to get back to a warm bed, because I didn't really bring my camping gear with me. I don't think you did either, did you? No, I don't want to bring that stuff. No.
Bruno
did
will
we
chime
just
in and
ask you-
say that, I mean, I don't know about the rest of you, but we were tasked by the syndicate of dealing with this Prince of Demons, and
Not exactly. In a roundabout way, maybe.
I think even if they have like a little bit more information, you know, that's a great place to start. You know, as long as it's not in the direction, actually. Retcon, Bruno's gonna. So wherever that's heading, is that in the direction that the Prince of Demons went?
Oh, it's the opposite direction.
Oh, thank God. Let's go that way.
Okay.
I mean, I think it is prudent to gain as much information as we can.
No, actually, let's see. No, I think it is. I think I said it went west. Did I not?
I
Yeah.
don't.
So it's in the same direction. Sorry, retcon.
Retcon. Oh.
I mean, it's probably not, like, there anymore, though, right?
It's been 4 or 5 days.
Have we
True.
heard any word
It's
about any,
wandered
like,
off.
from the town, or
Correct.
from, like, not the town, but, like, I don't know, words from a boot?
Syndra?
Currently nothing.
I don't know if Cinder sent anything back from the Cinder Stone or not.
It's just
when
been
you
Nox
had
like
said-
blah, 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 like the like needy girl texting like 20 times.
Are you mad at me? Are you ghosting me? If you don't want to talk to me,
When
just
you
tell
ask
me.
essentially about
Giving them any update about you know, the multiverse, Neverwinter, Gorla Stupid.
she says multiverse.
Question mark.
Yes, I was gonna say question mark.
We're big fans
Perhaps-
of Dust.
Should follow this lead. It is encouraged to follow this lead.
Cinder says we should follow.
So,
I think I just want to
See,
pull to the side
the Wonder Wizard
quickly.
Tower.
I'm sorry.
Just
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
that's all right. Just want to pull Uncle to the side and say, could you just ask it one more question? Does it know anything about the locket? She's gonna write in a question about a locket, and then she's gonna feel really bad about the fact that they didn't like the last question, so she'll put at the bottom, love you.
Oh my god, you're the best.
It'll reply locket question mark question mark.
Double
No.
question marks.
No, that's okay. That's enough. So, not everyone has to love you, Uncle. Some people love differently. They love more silently without saying a thing.
So I'm assuming everybody is going to gather together and help our two travelers from afar figure out who's on the other side of this. I almost said on the page of this book, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Flames is like skipping. We're off to see the wizard, the
Okay.
wonderful wizard of blue. Yay!
okay. So what is going to be your marching order essentially? We'll
I will
montage
lead.
this.
I'll lead since I read the map and recognize the points and have an idea of where we're going.
Awesome.
Before we get all the way there, I will cast Pass Without a Trace. Well,
Okay.
when we're within like an hour.
Sure.
I will kind of be like on your other point, you know, I don't know, 15, 20 feet away, also kind of like looking, you know, just so you kind of got the one half covered, I got the other half covered.
Okay.
So I can help you with survival.
You'll be
recognize
right up.
landmarks. Yes.
Okay.
Right now. I need, like, I'm gonna get like a little headband and I'll have like a picture of Ruta and then I'll just flip it around and I'll have a picture of
Perfect.
Blaze.
Alright. So go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage because you have the directions in set book.
Not too shabby. That is a 22 survival check.
That's good. Did you ladies want to add or chime in anything?
Uncle will strictly be middle of the party kind of gal, trying to make as many friends as she can.
Awesome.
Offering very well, she'll think hopefully to sing like a marching song as they go.
Oh, Flakes is in
nice.
love with this.
Very cool. Yeah, she's like got a little violin that she's like offering like, I'll play.
Sure, I'll join in.
Oh, there we go.
I'll pull out my lute.
Ah, well, we're doing a duet.
Doing a duet.
Let's do a performance for both the bards.
This is a very bad idea. We're trying to sneak, right?
Not yet. Not yet.
17.
That's good.
27.
Oh,
Oh.
really good. This is a beautiful duet. It is a uplifting marching tune that kind of gives everyone a very positive attitude as you guys are marching into uncertainty, essentially,
Oh,
from the words of the book.
off to see the wizard.
I don't know what I've been told.
But this roof is blue.
There's a light at the end of the road.
So,
No,
a
what's
very
this?
long and arduous kind of trek that is full of just minor things, nothing major to validate like full-fledged combat, but the perils of the Fae will present themselves essentially that the party is well enough to overcome. You are going to reach a point to where you'll cast your Pass Without a Trace so that everybody is kind of in that kind of umbrella of stealth. And in the distance you will see a blue roof that the closer you march or move to it gets larger and larger, and you are going to see what appears to be a ruined small kind of village or hamlet or tower, but the one thing that definitely stands out are these creepy shadowy creatures that seem to be pressing upon the wizard's tower. And not only do you see that, you're also going to see a mini-gorgon with the shadowy creatures. So at this point, I will go ahead and set up a visual presentation for everybody to kind of see what is going on. So we will be back after we set up our map. And we're back thanks to the marvels of modern technology. The map has magically set itself up. So what you see before you in this beautiful diorama / battle map potentially is the blue roofed tower. There is a bunch of deadwood trees. There are these creepy, shadowy, very tall creatures that seem to be encroaching on the blue roof tower along with the mini Gorgon. As you guys are currently where you are on the map, you also notice that in the 3rd floor of this tower, the window is a male satyr wizard who is launching magic missiles at these shadowy creatures. So I ask you what you would all like to do, because you are currently not in initiative because they are not focused on you all yet.
Should we surprise them, y'all? We have stealth on our side right now. I got +10.
We've got rid of our assassination skills.
I'm going to say you've got about 5 minutes worth.
You got 5 minutes worth. I feel about
Wait,
5 more minutes.
Warhound.
Clairvoyance on
Yes.
the tower, but if we can see him at the window,
You can.
That was an 18 on the
Yeah.
magic scale, by the way, for my cast to pass.
Then you're good. Yes, don't forget about wild magic.
Yes. I mean, I guess we want to maybe kill these people or these things around the wizard. He doesn't look quite happy about it. Did we want to just go all out annihilation, or are we going something more tactical?
I want to cast a moonbeam.
If we can
we
get,
get
at the
away
same
from
time
her
a
before-
fireball.
Right
It's
before-
at the same time, moonbeam, fireball, everything. If we move, sneak closer, I can make a safe space for spellcasters. I can magically conjure a kind of hut for us to be protected in and we'll fire out of.
That might. Would that work?
Yes.
Mm,
Is that
magic
your
goes out.
hut then?
unless I think if I stay in it once it's cast, it's there.
Is it tiny hut?
But yeah.
Tiny hut.
Yeah.
It does take a minute to
It
cast
takes a
though.
minute to cast.
Well, technically, you're not
So
in
it's-
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not, but
Alright.
the wizard is.
We don't have long.
And
I have to say, her little shield that she creates around us is actually quite good. So maybe we could cast that around us, and then we can just get a bit closer and just fire off lots of stuff.
If you think that'll work.
It won't benefit me, but I will not be opposed to protecting my new friends. I've never had friends before, so first time for everything.
Oh, thanks for the best.
Your coworkers, mostly just coworkers. You guys are my friends, right? Right, babe? Right?
Well, I mean, that one's your girlfriend.
I have to say, it is nice to have friends today, especially when this place is very odd and some weird stuff keeps happening. Because you can. What else can you do through the hut? You can Can you cast do arrows and stuff through it?
Yeah, well, you can make. I think you can see out perfectly fine.
Correct.
So it seems nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see out perfectly fine. It's
like
on
opaque.
spells. Yeah, so they can't see in. So long as I stay in it,
Correct.
it will remain.
Can we fire arrows?
Out of
Magical
it, yes.
arrows and arrows?
You can't enter in. Nothing can come in. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, well.
impervious to attacks.
Yep.
If you think that my arrows will get through it okay without ricocheting all over in the dome and murdering us all, then I think it's a great plan. Now, will
You
the
can
wizard
move
last?
in and out of it
Will the
freely.
wizard last for
You can
another
move.
10 rounds?
that's what
He's
I'm
gonna last for 8 hours, so I think we'll be alright.
I'm just worried about the wizard surviving for the next
Minute.
while we're putting up the hut.
It's 10 rounds of combat for him.
So,
Yeah, good point.
Runa is going to bless herself
Okay.
and Flakes. And
Sorry, girl, you're out of this one.
surprise, Rilda.
Surprise.
Excuse me, what?
Sorry, everyone else that would ever want to bless. It's
I
not
feel like Rilda would reach out and grab the bless from Flakes. Like, I take
I
this second bless.
I can
She
get
does
those out into the hut
bless like
with us.
you more specially.
Okay.
She's just like,
Hold
You can
on.
get the wizard?
He bless me.
I can dimension door in there, grab him, and come back.
oh,
That might.
oh, I
Well,
like
I can't
that
come
one.
back. I can come back, it will just cast it twice.
You can do that. Well, if you want to,
Yeah.
obviously.
I could go in there and get him, but then we wouldn't be able to have time to cast the hut, and I've got to stay in the hut. So
We could go and get him. Oh no, we could cast the hut, go and get him, and then you could come back with the hut on you. The hut stays where I am, and if I leave it, it goes.
concentration.
Yeah. So
Well,
I don't know
think
how-
if this is. Do we think that this is the book person that we want to save?
well, I think it seems like it. He's a wizard, and he looks wizardy, and he's in a blue house or blue roofed house.
In a weird moment of intelligence, which probably shocks you more than anyone, Uncle comes back with, well, he was writing in Sylvan, and that's what satyrs speak, so...
Oh.
Great insight. I
Um,
vote we dimension door him over hunting.
why don't we take like a multi-faceted situation? I don't necessarily know that we need protection at this range, especially. Maybe us pew pew people can stand back and fire away while you take some action locally, maybe to get him out, in and out.
Is this area 20 feet up?
It is 10 feet elevated. The white dots give you
10
10
feet.
feet. I
Okay.
know. I got lazy and didn't make the.
No,
actual
it's
research.
cool. I just
ran out
wanted
of
to make
time.
sure so we knew.
Yeah,
what
no,
the
it's
actual
elevated.
range
So the
was.
white dots kind of form a plateau, if you will. That's 10 feet off the ground that the tower is resting upon.
One other quick question.
Good question.
In my times in the Scaled Islands, I'm assuming I would have probably seen a giant crocodile there before.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Would you like to become a giant crocodile?
Do I? Why?
I can turn you into one.
I mean, theoretically, I could turn myself into one.
I just figured that out. Would anyone want to turn into a giant crocodile? Open it up to the table.
That's very random.
It's a new thing.
I
I've
can
been
also
working on.
turn people into giant crocodiles.
She's got polymorph. I don't know if that's
Yeah, that is.
She doesn't know that.
That's exactly what I was going to use.
You should turn Flakes into a giant crocodile.
Flakes is sitting over here, like, really contemplating it. He's like, I won't have
say
my sword, but I'll have
Don't
it.
worry about the tiny hut. I'll cast Moonbeam. You can Dimension Door. Rilda and Rhoda should just shoot people. And then I'm on... and Nox and Twilight can figure out what they're doing.
Well, understand. I can always head in and be with him, and I can heal him if needed. I can Misty Step in with him as well, and bring him back if it looks like he's needed out there. So I think this seems fair.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sort of a plan?
Okay, I will give you guys one free action before we roll an initiative. This will kind of represent you guys having plenty of time to conversate, figure a battle plan, as well as jump into the fray. So let's start to my left with Aimon. What do you want to do for your free turn, essentially?
Does anyone want to become a giant crocodile?
In real life, absolutely. In this game, I think I'm good.
Okay, then I will just sneak my way, using my action to sneak and move my full speed 30 feet to get a little bit closer.
Okay.
Okay. Stealth, that is with a plus 10, that's 31.
Okay. So that's what you're going to do for your turn currently.
Do you want to be here or somewhat behind this tree?
No, right there's fine.
Make sure you move your token.
I'm working on that now.
Alright. So, is that all you want to do for your free
That's
turn?
movement and action, so yeah.
Okay. Nox.
Same, I'm going to sneak up
I'm
as far as I
sneaking.
can.
Which you would technically, if you wanted a bonus action as well, you can bonus action down
Yeah,
for
that
another
too.
15. I think I grabbed the right token.
Mm-hmm.
Stealth? Are we good? No, we're not in.
We had 5 minutes left to
Okay.
pass.
You had 5
But you had
minutes.
to be within 30 feet.
Correct.
He started within for 30 feet, so
Sure.
plus 5?
Sure, we'll do that.
It's plus 10 normally.
Right,
Well-
but since he's leaving it, we'll just go ahead and give him plus 5.
I got 30, or 25 then.
Well, okay.
All right. And next will actually be Twilight.
Ooh, okie dokie. I'm going to move in just a little 25 feet. 5, 10, 20, 25 to here. How far is it to like the center point of these bad boys or bad things?
I'm sorry, what was that again?
Oh, so I've just moved forward slightly, and I'm just wanted to know how far it was to the mini, like kind of just all of the monsters, like maybe the first two.
Gotcha. It's like 90-ish.
Okay, so Fireball can make it.
Nice.
Gotta love a good fireball.
So I wouldn't mind maybe just if I kind of cast it in the center of them all.
Absolutely.
Would that get them all?
Absolutely, because it's a 20-foot
Okay.
diameter.
So I'm gonna do a
20-foot radius.
full
Thank
flip.
you.
20 like sphere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. It should get them all.
So I'd like to cast Fireball, which is a dex save of 16 and does 9d6 damage.
Well, they all rolled single digits, so they all failed. I can tell you that.
Excellent. Oh, damage.
Dement this.
9. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'll roll another 2. Okay, that's 4, 10.
Where do we should go? Right. 4 plus 6
plus another 6.
Yeah.
Plus another 6.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
Plus 1.
Yeah.
Plus 2. And I need to roll another 2. Plus 3, plus 4.
33.
33 points of fire damage, please.
Yes, and because these creatures, which are actually scarecrows or shadow versions of the shadows, are vulnerable to fire, they are going to basically just burst in flame, and they are going to be gone.
There's no point of me using Moonbeam now.
That's what you do when you try and fight a wizard. Oh, magic. And then I'm going to my wild magic roll. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
16.
Oh, you're good.
Nice.
And it was, how
that's
much?
Ada.
It was like, what was the fire damage? I'm sorry.
33.
Okay. The other creature will take the 33, but still be viable. So it's still got some
Nice.
life. Okay. Well, that was a pretty successful turn.
I'd say.
I choose to rage with fire.
I mean, yeah.
Well, after that display, we're going to move to Uncle, who is next.
She will dimension door into the tower with the wizard.
Okay, so you will cast it. There's kind of this purple energy that shapes and forms of a door. You'll step through the door, and you will basically open the door on the other side where the wizard is. It takes you back a second because when you take a look at this wizard, who is a male satyr, turns around and looks at you, it's almost like looking at a variation or a variant of yourself.
Hello, friend. I've been writing to you.
And he will run right to you without hesitation. What?
Her twin.
No. So he will run right to you without any question.
Oh.
She's stupid. She's probably just going to be fine with it.
Okay.
I mean, she might think he's running out. Especially considering I'm guessing simultaneously with this, there's going to be an explosion at the bottom of the tower.
Correct. I would say that the look that he gives you is determination, and you can make an insight check if you like. I'll give you that.
Cool. Insight. What have I got to that? Ooh, 22.
He looks as if he's coming to you to leave with you. You can see that he's determined and focused to get to where you are to leave the tower.
Okay, I wouldn't leave without Twilight. So I guess she would kind of be like, whoa, 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 and kind of like dodge out of the way if he's going to cast any kind of, wild magic. Oh, because I did Dimension Door.
Correct.
8.
You're good so far.
Yeah, she's gonna like try and avoid any touch, knowing that he could grab her, knowing full well that if he tries to touch her, she's gonna get the hell out of there to get back to Twilight.
Okay. So when he gets to that certain point and you react that way, he says, "Cast it again," is all he'll say.
Oh, okay.
So that'll pretty much be your turn because it's an action to cast a dimension door.
Yeah.
So let's move to Ilias, who's probably not casting Moonbeam now.
I'm not casting Moonbeam now, so there's no point. I am gonna move 30 feet up. Just because. 30. And then I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the last creature.
Okay.
6. Um, 13.
That misses.
Yep, sounds about right. Wait, I can still do Story Form Ranger.
Yes, you can.
Do you want me to do Wild Magic first?
Let's do that first. What'd you get?
A 1.
A 1?
Yeah. Give me a percentage.
Ilias rolled a 1 on the wild magic table. Or on the wild magic
Yup.
dice.
Oh.
17.
You can go ahead and cast your Starry Form Archer.
Okay.
As you're casting this, a long beard made of feathers grows from your face and remains.
Okay. Fits the aesthetic. I got a 27 on Story Form Archer.
The Starry Form Archer will hit.
You know what? I need you to be allergic to birds or something.
Afraid of birds.
You just start sneezing.
Screaming. Well, 17 points of radiant damage.
It's pretty good. This creature's looking very rough.
I hope she starts speaking in bird.
I just want her to start calling.
Just turned into a kinkin.
Okay, so if you're satisfied with your feathered beard and all
He's
you've...
gonna be slightly annoyed, but like, this might as well happen at this point.
Really? Because everyone else is looking relieved.
All hold our breath like,
Oh god, he almost killed us all again.
Has that always been there?
Yeah.
I'm inside check.
You
I
notice?
pluck it every morning.
I pluck it every morning.
Is it white to match his hair?
Sure,
Alright.
white feathers, just all the way down to like your belt line. It's long.
Alright.
Rildo, you're up.
I will, feeling the energy of the new glorious blessing I've received, I'll step up and I'm just gonna go to this bush. Wait, this is me. Boop. And I'm gonna take a shot at old mini Gorgon over here
Nice.
with my longbow. That is a, God, math, 29 to hit.
It does.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay, 7 points of damage on the first hit,
Okay.
and that is 29 again, same exact.
It does hit again.
And that is 12 points on the second.
And how would you like the mini Gorgon to die?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna confidently stride up to the bush, like, yeah, I got this. And I'm gonna be like, babe, watch this. And I get down, I like kneel like real posy and let loose. And I hope that the Demogorgon would like maybe sense it coming and turning around.
Sure, absolutely.
And then I hit it right in the little hole in its 4 petals, like right through.
Right, absolutely. It is a wonder shot that is filled with gore and viscera as the creature will
Lovely.
fall. Meanwhile, we will flash to Runa to see what you might want to do, as the creatures seem to all have been dealt with. But it is your time to shine.
Just an explosion of fire, an explosion of radiant damage, and then arrows.
You've just such wonderful killing abilities. It makes me so happy.
I keep them strong and in peak performance just for you, darling.
I feel sorry for you, Iman. That's what you hear the voice saying in your...
I thought we were sneaking up.
But then fireball.
Okay.
I guess my fireball was slightly sneaky, but not very sneaky.
Now we'll flash back to the tower where the two of you are. Do you wish to cast the cast the dimension door again, or
Yes. So,
okay?
yeah, she will cast Dimension Door again
Okay.
to bring her back to the party with who she's presuming is Auntie or Auntie, depending on pronunciation.
Correct. It's Auntie. And then
Auntie.
when you do, he will like reach to like take your hand. There's this moment of connection that is just like overwhelming, or a flood or a surge of like images and things. And then you guys will step through the door, and you will end up back with the party.
First thing, like, she's kind of pulled away from Auntie and is kind of perplexed. She actually probably would have gone straight in for a hug, to be honest. And she'll turn back to the party and see Ilias's beard, and she's like, "Oh, you look lovely."
Thanks. It's still glowing.
The rest of you that were not up on the tower will now see a male satyr that is very close in the kind of look of Uncle. They're very close, as if they could almost be related somehow.
Have you all ever met before?
No, is what he will say. But I can explain. That is, he points towards the staff. Well, I'm assuming you still have it out. If
Yeah,
not, it's
yeah.
extremely awkward.
Rolling stabs.
Let me find my notes here. Let's see. He is going to basically say that... Find your notes. Loading up the game.
Uncle an illusion the entire time?
Oh my god, that was so sad. This is when I realised
When you find out
actually really
you're
like
the
you as a friend.
He'll say that is what I've been expecting to find. It seems you have found it for me. I'm assuming you found it from wherever you came from, in a place similar to such as this, is what he says.
Yes. Tower does look familiar, I have to say.
When you found the staff at the tower that was familiar, is that where you also found Uncle?
No, that was another story for another day.
Okay.
We also came crashing into each other's lives. My own thoughts
Was your
as well.
exit from that dimension caused by run-ins with scarecrow creatures?
And or mini gorgons.
No.
Not so much.
Okay.
We don't tend to. They're more of just folk tale. But I do have to say, I was using the staff when we found each other. I believe. I'm trying to remember back what I did in my previous life.
I can explain, is what he's going to say. No, we are not related in the sense of your thinking. I am a variation or a variant of Uncle, is what he will say.
Interesting.
And
So,
what?
Essentially,
Okay.
there are multiple universes within this whole spectrum that are very similar or dissimilar or slightly different than the one that you are currently on, is what he'll say. I was instructed by a prophet of the Allfather, a god here, to create this staff of the Beyonders, what it is called.
cool.
To summon Twilight the Great, is what he says. This prophet foretold of a great awakening of the Prince of Demons, in which he saw Twilight the Great banish the Prince of Demons. I'm assuming, by your reaction, that you are the Great.
She's wonderful.
Didn't say you were a great anything.
I do think highly of myself, and But I've never actually quite called myself the Great. I don't think anyone else has ever called me that as well. Is this another Twilight? Maybe you've got it muddled.
No. If your name is Twilight and you have come here with the staff, then we are on the right page.
Well, what if it's the Twilight from here?
The variant from here is no longer with me, is what he says very sadly.
My apologies.
What happened to
I'm
them?
gonna clutch at Rilda.
They
You know we have spells for that.
Read the room, Elias.
He saw all of you die and then come back in like 3 hours.
A little bit broken.
He never returned from where he placed the staff, is what he says.
Oh. Well.
Ooh, so our Twilight went to their world, died. Their Twilight found the staff and came to our world.
He was not called Twilight.
He was called Dawn.
Called Daybreak.
Daybreak.
Dusk and dawn.
Is Daybreak in his staff? Like how Delayeth is in the thingy?
Was that the third voice in your head?
No, that's what you'll hear the old man say.
No, it's still Jenkins.
I'm gonna pull this tablet out and be like, are you hearing this shit, Delayeth?
Yes.
I mean, I'm quite perplexed there's a couple of us, because, I mean, 2 of us are a handful as it is.
Oh dear, there are many more versions of each one of us scattered throughout this multiverse. Many, many layers is what he will say. Unfortunately...
Do you understand this?
Runa is like muttering to the Mother Moon Goddess, like, Mother Moon Goddess, please do not let other flakes and people be coming here.
So while this is all taking place, he's going to actually take a look, and that's a really good look. And he kind of reads the room, or reads the 2 of you, and he says, unfortunately, from what I can tell, you still have a few more things to do before you are ready to fulfill the foretold prophecies, which will say.
Flakes is bouncing up and down, like, we're in the middle of a great
This all
story.
sounds very serious.
I will show you how to use the staff to return back from whence you came. From there will be certain things that take place until you return here to stop the Prince of Demons, is what he says.
Makes me like, ooh, do you know the other me's? Is there a shadow version of me?
I've never met you, is what he'll say.
Well, that's a little disappointing.
I mean, defeating the Prince of Demons doesn't sound like light work. What are these prophecies?
So he will try to explain the best he can, telling what he can, as he says that the prophet foretold of the Great Awakening, of course, and that you would be the one that would have the ability to help banish the Demigorgon or the Prince of Demons, as he kind of looks towards the staff. He didn't go into great explanation, but he did say that there were some other things that would come into play, so he can't necessarily flesh them out or tell you. But what you're going to get essentially is there's some more adventuring and things to do, collect, and explore before you get to the right level, essentially, in gaming terms.
Well, this is all quite a lot to take on. I mean, we were just running from a drug deal, and now we've ended up into... Somehow we've got to defeat a folk tale of a demon.
Do you have any of the drugs from the drug deal?
Are we all just on drugs right now? Am I in the cave with the mushrooms?
Am I actually alive, is my real question.
Our characters have basically ended up really annoying this drug gang in Neverwinter, where we keep by accident just being in their drug deals. Like, we're just sitting there eating a sandwich and then we just watch one go down. So
Nice.
it's got a hit out on us.
Nice.
So, okay. Can you teach me how to use this staff today?
Yes.
Or, okay, this is a lot.
So he is going to move over, and he'll begin probably over the next... enough time for you guys to take a short rest or attune to an item. Was that 45 minutes to an hour to kind of show you what to do with the staff. He'll basically tell you, and the thing of it is there's some certain things that twist and turn on this staff that you never really quite found or discovered yet. They're hidden quite well. And it's almost like a combination lock. There's certain twists and turns that he sets the staff into a certain way, and he'll explain how this can help you traverse the multiverse. He begins to explain that the best he can is he believes that this particular staff mixed with some other things is what's going to be used to banish the Demigorgon.
Well,
Universal solvent.
that seems fairly easy to use, I think.
Maybe he has some in his
So-
coat.
What was that?
Universal solvent. We're just gonna like pepper that in while
I'm
you're.
just gonna
yeah.
ask him quickly.
So, does it need to be me and Uncle together using it as part of the prophecies?
It does, is what he's going to say.
Is there more than one
So,
staff
Uncle,
in the other universes?
wait.
One staff in all
This is
multiverses.
this is the only staff that allows one to travel the multiverse.
And you're saying
Please
there's
don't lose it.
there's more vestiges or something that will help us in conjunction with each other to defeat.
He was not told specifically which ones, because revealing that type of information could basically cause a cataclysmic happening in the multiverse, essentially.
Time
a
knife.
timeline. and
time
everything.
knife.
Yeah, everyone
So
knows
he,
time knife.
so he literally doesn't go into too much detail, but he can say that yes, there's a lot more things that need to be accomplished to fit into the appropriate timing of what
Have
needs
you-
to be done.
Do you have any feel about how long we might have before the grand finale of death rains down upon us? Like, how long will we have to prepare? Like, is this Demogorgon, like,
How
I'm sorry,
soon do we need to kill this man?
right, the
So-
prince.
Item.
So
Demon.
the longer we stand here and ask questions and things like that, the closer the timing gets, is what he says.
Not helpful.
Thanks,
I
Dad.
don't know everything, is what he's going to say. I kind of went on blind faith from a prophet from the God that I
That
worship.
sounds dumb.
I mean, you came here from a book that had words in it, is what he said. So,
True.
Fair fucking
Fair point.
which
What?
you will also see he
Not
has
my
a very similar book that is tied with like a leather strap to his side.
So we can use this to communicate with you, kind of like writing a text.
Yeah.
Text.
Exactly. And this will go through the multiverse.
Is there any do we have to pay per text 10 cents a text or
As much as you want to write.
unlimited text
It's
messaging?
unlimited. text
Yeah,
message.
unlimited texting.
Okay,
Literal
so-
text.
As long as you have enough
Do
ink.
you need to be
Yeah.
on Wi-Fi?
What he does explain to you
Wizard.
is the book that which you guys have,
Wizard
being
by optics.
Twilight and Uncle, is his book, is Auntie's book. The book which Auntie has was his companion's book, which is Daybreak. Exactly. He's not sure. He's not sure why Daybreak never returned, because he had certain things put into place, and he's been worried, and it's been quite some time. But he assumes the worst has happened.
Maybe we can see if we can go and find him as well.
If that would be great.
We'll go back to the tower and have a look, can't we? He'll probably be dead, but we can go look.
If you could bring his remains back, that would put me at ease, is what he will say, if he is indeed dead.
We can do that.
You
Don't
guys,
forget, Uncle. There's
you
always
guys
softer
can all
ways
make an
to explain
insight
things.
check as well on this.
The insight checks was that, sorry.
Correct.
Okay.
You're looking for 15 or higher.
15 exactly. Oh, 17. And drop dice, yeah.
15. Good.
12.
I'm still lost in your eyes, Runa.
Are you telling me?
15.
Okay.
I got 5.
So, every one of you can tell that the relationship between Auntie and Daybreak is probably more than just a friend. It's a little bit more intimate or close, the way he kind of talks about Daybreak and such.
Do you hear that, darling?
Is it
Their
like
love
is
is-
it a Runa Rilda or like a Runa Flakes?
It's probably like a Runa Rilda kind of vibe.
We should find
If you have 15, you know that. If you have less,
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
15,
I don't feel anything. I'm like, whatever, fuck that hoe. I got a 5.
Now,
They're
now
in
the,
love like us.
Oh.
Go ahead.
the question I have is, while we are waiting for this prophecy to work itself out and for, Twilight and Uncle to become powerful enough to be able to banish the Demigorgon, how fucked are we?
Well, there are things in which you will be required to do because you are all foretold in the
I was about to be like,
prophecy
were tabaxis mentioned in the prophecy at all?
yes. Each one of you play a role or a part in helping take care of these creatures.
Is there do we have the ability to go back with the ladies to the Forgotten Realm?
I noticed he said creatures, meaning plural, so does that mean the others that were talked about, the tree and the dragon, are also going to be resurrected before we can kill the Prince of Demons?
You hear a voice in your head say, "Very good, Imon, very good."
Shut up, old man.
I don't know what he's saying to you in there, but if he has information, he needs to tell us.
He just said very good.
So,
Very patronizing.
through more conversation and stuff, you're going to
lovely.
realize that the Prince of Demons is probably the bigger threat that needs to be dealt with. But eventually, yes, the others will need to be dealt with, whether it be via this successful party with allies, or...
Another party when we all die.
There you go. See? Something like
Darling,
that.
don't think like that. I know it's already happened once, but what are the chances?
It's okay. I'm practicing on my revival magic now.
Thankfully.
I don't like to be pessimistic, but what happens if we don't succeed?
Well, this world's fate lies in your hand.
That's a bit
Ooh,
much.
well, that's quite a lot.
I'm a realist, is what he says.
My hands. Me?
I got that impression.
I mean, if there's
And
a billion other worlds, if this one goes to hell in a handbasket, can't we just go to a different one?
Do you have a staff of the Beyonder?
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah. We should do that.
But when it's gone,
I mean, we could just let this one go and keep that, and we just pop somewhere else, and the Prince's Demons are here, eat this realm, but we're in another realm, all safe and happy.
You think that
do you
Runa
want me
and
to
Ril-
tell you what happens to the Tabaxi in the foretold prophecy?
Like this specific tabaxi, or like the tabaxi in general, like as a race?
What are the tabaxi?
Anyway,
Yeah, Flake's stuff's gonna be like, huh, yeah, didn't think of that.
I
Runa's just gonna be like, well, I don't really care if, what's his face dies. Frostbite can
refer
kiss my ass.
to background one shot.
I have complete and utter faith in this
Panning out.
Okay.
It'll be great.
So what's our next move? Are we going with our new friends?
I suppose.
To the back to the Forgotten Realm, as they call it?
You are required to be here to perform
No.
tasks leading
Okay.
up to the time frame.
Okay. Oh, right.
So I think we've got to go and part ways and go back to Neverwinter. Maybe we'll go and find the tower, see if we can find Auntie. I think he'd quite like that. And I guess we've got to try and get our head around this staff and come back and, help save the world. A rookie-style montage of training, levelling up. Oh yes, I know some good stairs we can run up in Neverwinter. The one with a nice roof.
Oh my gosh.
Just a quick question. Was Daybreak the one that died?
Yes.
In the other realm? Okay.
Daybreak
Oh,
was
yes.
Maybe.
yes, Daybreak was
So-
his companion that has not returned.
So they're going to back where they came from, and we have to stay here and not die until they come back.
Inspiration for you.
Okay.
Yes,
What are
that
you
is
going to
exactly
do,
correct.
Mr. Wizard
I
person?
have my own things that I need to accomplish, is what he'll say.
And
as
about
part
that
of it.
universal soul.
Auntie.
Here, he'll give you
Thank
one.
you!
He will pull out a universal solvent.
I want to take this in the box.
How can we get in contact with you? You seem like you have more answers than we've received from anyone recently, so can we reach out to you? Do you have a way of communicating?
Flake's gonna say, give them the tablet!
No, it's not.
Well, they have one, he has one, but there isn't a third one for us to be able to communicate with all of
Yeah.
them.
Is there another book?
Let's play the game I like to play here called Evens and Odds. If you can guess what comes up, whether it's an even number or an odd number, then there will be another book.
Who wants to guess?
So let the ladies guess. Yeah, we'll put the pressure on
Yeah.
you ladies. Is it going to be odds or evens?
I suppose they're odds, but you decided it was your question. Odds.
It's a 3, so it's odds.
Yay!
So he will pull forth a third book.
I'm envisioning
Group
like
text.
ripping his book in half.
No,
There you go.
no, this one will
It's
be
a
a
group
much
chat.
yes, like
Group
a
chat.
smaller
Nice.
journal in which he'll say, "I was constructing this for someone else," but he leaves it very cryptic and open, and he hands it to whomever wishes to have it, and it works just like you guys have experienced. You can write a question or a phrase or a book report or whatever you want into it.
Question.
Something
Do
tells
we
me
have
you're
to
going to
know
regret
Sylvan?
Right. Does it?
You can
Uncle's a
write.
prolific diary writer, so you're going to get like daily essays of what they've been doing.
Nice. Just what I want.
Just please don't write in Sylvan. None of us can understand that.
She'll probably write in Sylvan.
I'll just write a couple of notes in it in common. Just be like, everything's fine. Uncle still hasn't grasped the concept of reality.
Perfect.
So basically, what happens is you'll have to basically address who you want to write to. So now there's like a 3 or multi-way conversation. You'll need to address essentially. Yeah, there you go. Like who you're going to basically communicate
Auntie.
with. You can write in any language. It just so happened that Sylvan is his chosen language, and he knew from the prophecy that the person who essentially would find all this stuff would be someone who could communicate with Sylvan.
Cool.
So if you guys have languages or whatever that you want to try to keep it secret, keep it safe, as they say, you guys can communicate your own code or different various languages.
Should we have a safe, like a word that says like
Safe word.
like a safe word that's like this is confirming this is the team sad, like we say spaghetti before we
That's
start writing, or like knock knock who's there, or some sort
The
of
alternate
Maybe
language
not.
is
Good idea.
sandwich giant. We
Cup
don't
of
want to
brown.
write our plans. in
don't no.
Not cup of brown.
Cup of brown is sacred to the stream.
Good idea.
What do you guys want it to be?
A frowny face.
Team said.
Team sad, frowny face.
yeah,
Okay.
team sad. We'll be team
Okay,
sad. So
we'll
when you see like a frowny face, it's team sad writing, and they have to. The first sentence has to have a sad face, or else you can assume that our book has been taken.
Okay.
Okay.
We would do the same.
And obviously, if you want to communicate to Auntie, you would write A-N-T-I, Auntie.
Mhm.
Sounds good.
So now you guys should be able to communicate even when you're not on said show. If you guys have text messages or whatever, you guys can be able to communicate back and forth one another.
Who this is when
Getting
we
it
plot
so
against the
many
DM.
really bad poems. Anything she sees that she finds vaguely interesting, which is anything that doesn't exist in the Fey realm, such as like forks and
There you go.
dwarves, especially, you're going to get a lot of poetry.
Nice.
Love it.
We'll drop you messages of random information that
There
you
you
can.
go. There you go.
I
Now,
like it.
is everybody got all their questioning out? Because it's looking like this is the end.
I think what I would like to do is just maybe leave a part in. I'm assuming we're going to probably pop back to Neverwinter now. Is leave a parting gift with Team Sad of my favourite finger from a dead body, just to be like, I promise you we will be back. And I just hand it over, probably maybe hand it over to Nox and just be like, keep this for safekeeping, please.
You look
But
the type.
we will be back to help, and because I really like this finger.
Which finger is it?
Middle finger.
It's the middle finger.
Amazing. Amazing.
All right.
It doesn't smell.
What an honor, Nox.
Thank you.
Yeah, Flames just
Uncle really doesn't carry much on her, but not understanding a lot of customs, is kind of looking through to go, what do I give? And then like goes up and goes, I like you a lot, but I actually like my items, so I don't have anything to give you.
That's
That's okay.
perfectly
That's
fine.
okay.
She'll probably throw her arms open and just hug who's ever near as well.
Oh, nice.
I am going to hand Uncle my pan flute.
Oh.
Wink, wink.
She
Not that.
looks at this and
loot.
goes,
Not the
I've not seen one of these since I left the Fey realm, and she's actually proficient and she doesn't have one.
Oh, nice! Awesome.
I'm gonna walk up to Twilight and be like, get real close and real serious and say, ears are easiest to cut off and hang on necklaces if you want to make some jewelry. That was part of my warrior training, you know, when I was learning how to do all of this. So just I don't have anything to give you, but just this piece of advice, like, ears are great.
That's perfect. I have to go and see some bodies when I get back, and I think I'll take maybe a left ear. If I find one, I'll bring it back for you.
Thank you. I'll put it on my ear necklace. I left it at home.
Oh, bring it with you next time.
Okay.
As they kind of walk towards, like, I guess, like, the rituals as it starts,
Yeah.
Uncle will turn back and go, and if we interrupt any more drug deals, I shall make sure to get some.
Thanks, Uncle.
That's the
That'll be
important
great.
gifts we're looking for.
No, dear. I don't think that's the best idea.
I'll
Don't
be
tell
great.
Twilight.
Then we could tell people we had tried drugs out of this world.
Oh my god!
Out of this.
I'm gonna quietly slide.
Those are called dad jokes. Sand.
Flakes is full of them.
I'm gonna quietly slide. Oh my gosh. Uncle. My brain completely went blank.
It's
I
podcast
quietly
brain.
slide you like 2 gold. Like, here's the money for the drugs. Come back.
So you guys will receive 2 gold from another universe, essentially. It's gold for sure, but it's got completely different mint and stamps and markings and things.
You could probably pass it as worth more, I'd guess.
She's kind of taking it, she's like, oh, lovely. She pockets it, she was like, I'll steal it anyway, but thank you.
Finder's fee.
And at this point, it looks like we've reached the end of this chapter of our tale. Thanks everyone for watching and supporting Creating Grin. If you like what you saw, please click the button of subscription down below. That way you never miss another new episode. Smash that bell button, but not too hard to break your phone, that's for sure. That way you can keep up to date with the newest episodes that are released on Fridays. Let us know how we did. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs down. Leave us some feedback. Positive, negative. Be constructive. We want to grow. We want to better ourselves. And we want to provide good content for everyone. Enjoyment. If you can't catch the newest episode when it releases and you cannot wait to know what's going to happen next, fret not, because we've got you covered. Just follow us on your favorite podcast provider and listen in. Check us out on our socials, at Creating Grin on Facebook, at crit_eating_grin on Threads and Instagram, or if you're old and lazy like myself, just Google it. We're on there, promise. You can click the links below this video and check us out. Until next time, please keep on grinning.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.